What's up? Rupert here from Grounded Permaculture, back with episode 8 of the Moonshot series. This one's the straight talk and reality check you've been waiting for. I'm going to lay out all the real risks in this bold endeavor and exactly how we mitigate them with our unfair advantage. Episode 7 took you on site at the cafe, that 1932 heritage gem that's fully renovated with DA approval for 12 glamping units, a recreation facility and second dwelling, sitting on 3.5 acres of food growing land ready to scale to a $1 million business in 3 years. Beautiful vision. Now let's talk about what could go wrong with the implementation and why it probably won't. We're not pretending this is risk-free. Capital is always at risk in any early stage play. Here are the main risks we've identified and exactly how we're going to mitigate them. First and foremost is the key person operator risk. Who's actually going to make sure this works? The short answer is me. How do you know that I can pull it off? I've got the receipts. I've worked in hospitality on and off since I was 14. My first job was at the local takeaway shop, and before I finished school, I was already the duty manager. At uni, I started as a kitchen hand at the Red Room, the student bar and bistro at the University of Queensland. Before I finished my degree as an environmental engineer, I was assistant manager, running the venue, organising trivia, open mics and band nights. Running a cafe like this is second nature to me. At its core, it's about bringing people together for an enriching cultural experience. And I've been doing exactly that since I was 12, when I threw my first party. My divine purpose is to create and hold space for my like-minded soul tribe to flourish into their full potential. Whether that's hosting a party, workshop, course, freestyle jam, or running a cafe as a regenerative living hub. This is my divine purpose. For the last 10 years, through Grounded, that celebration energy has evolved into something deeper, an ancestral reawakening of what it means to get on land, grow food, and build real community. Getting my hands on this cafe is just the next chapter in this story. So yes, I'm both the biggest opportunity and the biggest risk in this whole thing. Even if you trust me to make it work, you might still ask, what happens if Rupert gets hit by a bus? Short term, we fix that with key person insurance, which we're already setting up. Long term, my plan is to make myself redundant at each site once it's humming, so each hub can run without me. That brings us to the next big question. Who else is on the team? Who's backing this? We've got an incredible circle forming. Shay O'Reilly from High Valley Dawn Permaculture Farm, who's leaning right in as an active investor. He brings deep experience running a similar operation up in Yeppoon, and will be doing Grounded Gathering number 10 there later this year. Plus he's got experience in hospitality through his family restaurant and a background in real estate. Morgan Quinn, aka Rudy Quinzales, the man, the myth, the legend, who has a habit of creating cultural institutions, including Kuranda Roots and Island Vibe Festival. Rudy's been a close mate for 15 years. He lives here at the hub. We've run our Chime Vibes enterprise together for 8 years, and as an active investor, you know he'll make sure the cultural experience of this cafe is of the highest quality. On the ground, we've got fellow hub residents ready to move on this. Roan Sajko, who launched his Mate Latte market stall, he's perfectly positioned to step into cafe operations. Charlotte, who lives here at the hub as well, is already baking incredible sourdough for the community every week. I see her stepping into the cafe on the quiet days, during the week, baking up a whole slather of tasty treats. I am still hunting for the right chef to run the paddock to plate night trade, but I trust synchronicity will deliver the right person at the right time. We still have time for that. Beyond operations, the current investor circle is stacked with serious talent in property, legal, finance, accounting, marketing, crypto, events, and wellness. I won't dox the entire team, but the quality of people that keep coming in keeps getting better every week. Now, in general, hospitality is risky business. It's one of the highest failure rates of any industry. It's execution sensitive. Operator risk is the biggest thing, which we just covered. But location, competition, theme, decor, and passing traffic all matter. This is where the chips are heavily stacked in our favor. We have a fully renovated cafe in a spectacular, unique location, a ridiculous amount of tourist traffic heading to Natural Bridge, and literally zero hospitality competition in the immediate area. For someone who knows what they're doing, this is almost too easy. Gold Coast nature-based tourism is booming, and there's a growing market of people seeking authentic, down-to-earth, quality experiences who are happy to pay a premium for it. The next risk is the revenue ramp and the delay. This is a moderate risk in the first 12 months. Even though it's a prime, renovated asset, it hasn't been open for 6 years. So we do need to get it going from scratch. Pre-COVID, this cafe was doing 10K weeks with day and night trade, and the Sawmill Cafe down the road was doing 5K weeks on weekend day trade. Pretty good numbers to start with. Our staged 3-year rollout is deliberately conservative, which gives us plenty of room to accelerate. We're already getting offers from people wanting to place cool tiny houses on the site and split the revenue. This is an excellent way to fast-track income without heavy upfront capex for every glamping site. Then there's the equity shortfall risk. What if we don't raise the full 2.3 million? Well, we only need 1.9 mil to close this deal. We've modeled up to 50% debt capacity, and we already have a broker working on lending options. With a 900K loan, we could close this deal with just 10 investors, and we're already at that number. We've just requested an extension on finance and building. The building inspection came back with a few things we want to get more clarity on. This looks likely to happen, and it's going to give us another 30 days, so 6 weeks from now, to do deeper checks on the building and bring in more equity to reduce the debt load. What about the risk in volatility for the liquid reserves? Well, we keep this risk low with a simple 3-bucket Treasury system. A low-risk bucket like cash for immediate needs, a medium-risk bucket for stability like metals and stocks, and a high-risk bucket like Bitcoin for the long-term upside. This blend will target 10 to 15% per annum returns while mitigating volatility and keeping capital accessible for buybacks, reinvestment, or pivots. What about the macro environment? Economic crashes, supply chains, fuel rationing. These things happen and are happening now. Our model is built as a resilience engine. Rural land that grows food, ample housing, community network, and diversified revenue. In tough times, people still need food, shelter, and connection. Natural Bridge is only 30 minutes from the Gold Coast, and we actually benefit from staycation and day trip traffic when big holidays become too expensive. What about the regulatory risk? Well, that's low. The core DA is already in place. We'll make some amendments for a better site layout and permaculture flair, but we're not expanding beyond what's approved. So that's the risks laid out bare. Now let's close it out with a recap of our unfair advantages, the reasons this model is genuinely hard to beat. Firstly, you've got the hungry entrepreneur. That's me, fully committed, living it full time and ready to drive hub number 2, the same way I've built hub number 1 over the last 7 years. I see myself fully in this for the next 3 years, locking down both sites and moving on to hub number 3. I see myself building a dozen of these hubs over the next 20 years. We have a solid team backing this, a trusted core crew with deep, long-standing relationships across permaculture, hospitality, real estate, finance, legal, events, and marketing. Then there's the proof of work. 247K in revenue at Cedar Waters hub number 1 last year. Proof the model already works. 10 years as a not-for-profit. Dozens of events and over $1 million in cumulative impact. We're not starting from scratch. We're building on existing momentum. We also have an untapped market monopoly. This site has high tourist traffic from the glowworms and national parks, with zero competition nearby, and a 20 to 40% regenerative tourism premium. We have a trade-ready asset, fully renovated cafe with all equipment in place, commercial kitchen and a caretaker's dwelling. DA approval for expansion. We're not starting from a bare paddock. And finally, we have aligned incentives, regenerative covenants, KPI leases, and a true win-win-win structure, which means everyone, the operator, the investor, and the land, wins when the hub thrives. This isn't hope-based investing. It's engineered resilience with real skin in the game. Next episode, we're going to zoom out to the big picture, how this becomes the first node in a mycelium network of regenerative living hubs. I'll unpack our call option on Cedar Waters, hub number 1, and how we scale this across the East Coast. If this opportunity fits your risk profile, comment or DM pitch deck and I'll send it straight over. Even with this extension, the timeline to close this deal is still tight. If you want to keep your finger on the pulse of this unfolding story, Don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. That's all from me for today. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.